All right, I'm live here, and this is my first time doing a gaming stream. I have Fire Pro World up here. Currently have it muted. Just seems like that's going to be a little easier. But yeah, I may let some of the audio in on it in a little bit. But yeah, so I've not played Fire Pro World before, and I'm pretty psyched about it. You know, I definitely was a big fan of Fire Pro Returns on the PS2. I probably picked that up in 07, would have been my last year of college, and always enjoyed that. You know, creating wrestlers I knew and wrestlers that I wanted to have in the game. Of course, it was a little more complicated to do then because you didn't have the luxury of being able to go online and download other people's edits. Anyone who made a good one had to upload all of their stat selections and such to a website, and then you'd go and recreate it from what they did. So it was pretty intense, pretty big ask for what that is. All right, so like I said, I've done nothing in this game. I've not tried anything. I kind of want to just see what the gameplay is like, what the roster is like, because I've done none of my due diligence here. All right, yeah, let's do an over-the-top battle royal to just start things here. I always enjoy watching these. It can be super fun. So for those who haven't done Fire Pro before, you don't really do a ton of playing it yourself. You kind of you set it up to go, and you let the matches sim. I mean, some people play it for sure, but I was always more of a let the matches sim, and it was a creative outlet more than anything. So let's see. Sometimes they like to hide, pretty recognizable characters under fake names, and these are some awful names. Bland Fleming, Steele Johnson. Oh, that looks like it's wow, yeah. There's I can sort of see how some of these are modeled after some real people here. It's really interesting. Okay. Wow. Yeah, there's a few that look vaguely familiar as other characters. So yeah, wow. Yeah, so it definitely has like basically the same look as Fire Pro Returns on the PS2 did. And I'm not mad at that. I loved that look. So let's see. So that's all. This is SWA's babyface, SWA heel. Okay. So New Japan all, or okay, these are all just the subcategories. New Japan. Wow. This is kind of great. Like a pretty expansive roster of recognizable New Japan. Kota Ibushi. I mean, this is awesome, and yeah, I knew that there was some really great stuff going on in this game, and I'm like way behind. Like, this game's been out for quite some time. Osprey, but I'm a busy guy, and I'm not a huge gamer these days. I will say it was pretty cool getting this on Steam and getting everything set up, because it did set up really fast. Like, I just have these Logitech USB controllers kicking around. They're from a RetroPie that I made for my wife, and snagged one and plugged it in. It required no setup. It just knew exactly what to do, and I love that. It's really fantastic. All right. Let's see. Wow, what a lineup here. Liger, wow. Okay, so I got to start filling out who's going to be in this battle royal so I can see a bit of how this is. And I think I am just going to stick with New Japan folks here. Gotta start with the king. And let's see. Let's go ahead and throw Agata in there. Let's see. Tenzin, jeez. Yeah, this. I mean, how do you say no to Hamna? Right? Yeah, Liger's got to be in there. All right, and let's go ahead and let's finish filling out this side here. Gotta have Taka. I like the blue on Taka. All right. Yeah, I mean, how do you not put Osprey in? Yeah, you know, one of the most fun parts of this game back in the day was a lot of the characters in there were characters that I was really, you know, very familiar with their work. So I knew a lot of their moves, and you'd watch for them, and they really, the logic in how the game plays itself was really impressive. So, you know, you'd have Kobashi against Muda or something like that, and by the end of the match, everything is just Burning Hammer, Lariat, Shining Wizard, Dragon Screw, Moonsault. It was just, you know, a rush of their best stuff. All right, I think this is looking like a good setup here. Yeah, we're going to say non-title. Oh, I wonder what rings. Okay, has to be New Japan. Yeah, I'll stick with New Japan. Venues. Okay, I'm guessing Big Garden Arena's probably Madison Square Garden? SCS Stadium? I don't know. Arena de Universo? It's got to be like Arena Mexico, right? Spike Dome. Hurricane Hall. Yeah, that's Hurricane Hall. Totally get it. Dojo. Yeah, let's check out what the Madison Square Garden one looks like. Red Shoes, who I know is Iron Rip Bison's least favorite referee. I don't know the story on that. I don't much care to know. All right, and I'm going to say we're good to go, and we're going to let this happen now. This should be really. Oh boy. All right. Wow. I cannot wait to dive in and start really exploring getting some created characters off of the community page and creating some of my own. You know, wow. You can see the canvas move. Wow. This is okay. So I'm already seeing a lot of the MT Nerd. Hey, what's up, Dave? Good to see you, bud. This is so cool. Seeing some of the differences, some of the ways that they've improved this game since the PS2 version that I was familiar with. But like, yeah, the first thing that I got is just the way that you can see the canvas moving as they jostle around in the ring. That's incredible. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna let this match play out a little bit and see exactly what goes on here. And then maybe I'll jump in and see about doing some creating on my own. You know, Rip Byson and I are doing our Japan tour. We leave in September. And, you know, we were talking about you can only lift weights so many hours a day. You can only train in the ring so many hours a day. And there's only wrestling shows certain days. So for the rest of the time, we need something to fill the time, and we don't want to do any wasting time. We want to explore Japan. You know, there's definitely room there to vlog. Golden Lover's knee. With Suzuki of all people. That's interesting. But you know, we were saying we need to like find ways to fill the time, and sure, vlogging and doing exploring is going to be great, but you know, we're also trying not to spend a ton of money while we're there because, you know, we're there to make money, not to spend it. So one of the things we're planning to do is I'm going to bring this gaming laptop I'm on right now with me, and we're going to do some live streaming while we're in Japan. And we started talking about, what games would be best. I talked about bringing the RetroPie. We could play some old school games. And ultimately we decided that for the sake of packing as little as possible in terms of the tech we would need for these kinds of things, we decided let's find some games on Steam that we can play right on the computer, and that would be really cool. So getting sent links on Twitter. It's distracting. I should have left my phone in a different room. But yeah, the first thing that came to mind was Fire Pro World, and I've had this nice computer for a while. I got it for doing 3D design work and video editing, and I knew that it was designed with gaming in mind, but didn't bother really working on that because that's not what I usually do. And so when I realized, oh right, I can get Fireworld Pro on Steam, I was very excited because I loved Fire Pro Returns. Oh, Liger has been eliminated. Yeah, for those just tuning in, I have a sim match running here. It's a Battle Royal of New Japan Stars. It's all forms of elimination: pin, submission, TKO, over the top rope. So far, I think only Jushin Liger's been eliminated, but it's a star-studded lineup, so I'm psyched. I'm psyched to get to play this game. This is so cool. It's surreal. I was still living in California when this game first came out, and I remember really wanting it, and just I didn't have anything to play it on at the time. So being able to finally play it now is very cool, and I'm excited for Rip and I to start when we're in Japan. We're probably going to do a little work making some wrestlers that we all know, wrestlers that we know personally. There's a lot of things for us to create over there, and I think he and I are going to have some fun with it. So this week's stream here, what you're seeing, this is kind of my opportunity to do a bit of a test run with this and just see how the stream goes. It's all my previous streams have been at the workshop. This one, obviously my first one being done with a video game. Man, yeah. Tanahashi. Man, that's Suzuki just laying people out. Brainbuster from Taka. Man, Taka's on fire over there. Oh, and of course, who would put it to an end? It'd be Suzuki, wouldn't it? You think they'd team up on people, being members of Suzuki-gun. Yeah, I am loving the way that this looks. This is fantastic. So let's see. I'm again, for those just joining, I'm leaving for Japan in September. Available for bookings till then, trying to fill some dates up. Rip had a post about it today with a nice fancy graphic. I may do the same. I've been putting it off. We just took a booking in July. That's gonna mean that there goes Osprey. Just took a booking in July. That means I'm gonna miss monster trucks coming to Greenfield. Which is a bummer, but when wrestling calls, and I've missed bigger and cooler stuff for the sake of wrestling. This is quite the lineup to come down to here. I mean, my heart wants Suzuki to win. Oh, I know there, Dave. I wish I could be at the monster trucks that day. We just had a very good secret booking come in today, so I've only known for a couple hours myself. But there's going to be some stuff that I still get to see. They might be. Oh wow, Suzuki's gone. I am just losing in every direction here. Everyone, I guess. They Might Be Giants will be playing in South Deerfield in July, a couple days before my birthday. I'm very excited to go to that. I haven't seen them in a few years, and they're one of my very favorite bands. So I'm still getting some entertainment this summer. Oh man, yeah. I guess now my pick for this is Nagata, but part of me would be real happy to see Hanma take this one. Ah, every time I name someone, they go out. I am the worst. No one let me pick you to win a match ever, because I'm gonna blow it for you. I don't know. It might end up being Ibushi. Yeah, there goes Taka. Oh, okay. All right. I'm happy with a Hanma win. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's hop back in here. I'm gonna do a little exploring on some of the edit modes, because I've again, this is my first time opening the game, and this was awesome. That was so cool. All right. So let's hop into edit mode. Wrestler edit, referee edit, team edit, ring edit. Ring edit. I have an idea. I don't know if I'm totally ready to do it. Load custom ring, create. Yeah, let's go ahead and create. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, you can tell I haven't done this before. All right. Let's just see. Oh, sick. This is the beauty of Steam. I can use my keyboard. I don't have to... Now, I'm going to do this, and this will seem very exciting, but there's also a pretty good chance that I can't quite make what I want to do here. I can start it, though, and I can work on it later. Yeah, I guess we do want... Yeah, that's the one. All right, very cool. All right, black corner, red corner, and white corner. Wow, we're already there for the corner colors. That was easy. So yeah, this is one thing that's real nice is I'm very familiar with the look of the Pro Wrestling Grind Ring, as I've done quite a bit of setting it up and tearing it down. Let's zoom in and get a look here. So these are white ropes. I want the ropes at grind are black. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, this is interesting. I feel like I'm playing with a handicap here. Anyone who caught the stream last week knows I sliced my thumb pretty good doing some 3D printing, which wasn't so bad. But then today, opening the tailgate on my my 42-year-old truck, it flew open very quickly and either badly sprained or dislocated my thumb. So, yeah, kind of glad I don't have any bookings this week. It gets to sit and rest, I mean, to an extent anyway. All right, let's see here. What happens if I do this? All right, so we definitely want somewhere around there. We want it to look real, have a little texture. Now, what does this color change? Seems to change nothing. Okay. All right, well, I'm just going to leave that as it is. The aprons at grind are all black. I'm sure this is the most exciting thing anyone can think of. But you know, I'm just trying to feel at home here. Ring mat. I bet this is what I'm after, right? Yeah, this is the one. I can see it now. That's what we're looking for. Now it's starting to look like Pro Wrestling Grind. That's awesome. All right. Okay. Textures, posts. Wow, I wonder what these options even are. Can add custom ring graphics, place files, and okay. So fortunately, I do have access to those. I'm just going to have to add them at a different time. But I will absolutely put the Pro Wrestling Grind logo in there. That is so great. Oh, I'm very excited. Alright, bail out of there. I think I saved it. It's honestly a little hard to tell exactly what's going on here, so I'm just going to see. Let's just go ahead, jump to an exhibition, and go see if... it is there. Alright. Big day. Alright, we'll come back to that. Because I wanna get a little bit of a look here. What is craft mode? Parts craft? Load presetter, load wrestler. Oh, I see. Wow, so you can put custom... Wow. Okay. I don't need to get into all that now because that is a very complicated bit of play to get into. For now, I'm just gonna jump into wrestler edit. Yeah, let's see about some wrestler edit. Let's build from a blank. And I'm just gonna try doing a little bit of Rip Byson here. It'll by no means be a finished product, I'm sure. No one actually wants to sit and watch me the entire time I work to make Rip Byson. All right. For those keeping track, yeah, this is about the speed I play video games. Okay, yeah, I'd say he's from America. Birth year, wait, I can do this. 9 years younger than me, which would put him 93? Wow, he suddenly is really old. I'm going to say 93. Yeah, that seems right. I do know his birthday. I don't know if he wants the internet to know it, but here we are. It's I cheat a little remembering his birthday. He's actually got the same birthday as my only sibling. The irony. All right, and regardless of what some wrestlers who don't pay a ton of attention would tell you, he is in fact not 6 feet. He is 5'10". I think he might tell you 5'9". I believe he's 5'10". And his current build weight is 230 pounds, but apparently that doesn't exist. Wow, really? Why not? That's super weird that just skips certain numbers. I guess he's 231. Maybe he had a big lunch. All right, let's dive in and see how this goes. There's no guarantee that this will go well. This could be a nightmare. All right, stance. Am I gonna get an idea of what these stances look like? You get to show me. Aha, there we go. Stance. Strong. Technician. Yeah, it might be, power might be his stance. Yeah, not shooter. Wow, this is a lot of, this is, man, I can't get over how great this is. This is fantastic. I feel kind of bad that it took me this long to pick up the game. Technician might actually be it. That's kind of how he approaches people. I don't know, I guess for size I would consider him large. I don't know. Didn't seem to change a whole lot. Alright, yeah, we're working on costume 1. There's presets. Oh, yeah, enough to get us started anyway. Wow, okay. Okay, we're going to skip the presets. I'm going to skip the sizes on all of them until I got them kind of decked out and looking rip-like, if that makes sense. I don't know what combined and separated are, but that's a lot to think about. Alright, we got to pick out a face that looks like Rip. That looks like Rip. Why not? Alright, now we need some hair. Rip's hair is complicated because he's got the top tied back and the rest is down. So, actually, I wish I could spin them around to get a better look at them. Well, it's certainly not gray, so we're going to have to fix that. Yeah, it's somewhere like roughly there. And then this other part of the hair could certainly be longer. Go up here and wow, there's a lot here. There's a lot to go through. Holy cow. Man, Rip appreciates all the work I'm putting in for him. He doesn't. He never has. I'm grateful. Looks pretty good. Although I'm definitely not into this layer anymore. So I'm going to lose that. See if there's something else better for him. Yeah, some of these are definitely closer. I know sometimes there's ones that have like a bandana kind of crossed in. There's so many head parts in this. This is incredible. Yeah, if anyone else has played this and wants to tell me in the chat where I should be looking to find any Rip Byson parts, I'm happy for the help. He definitely needs his beard. Wow. Boy, yeah, this is This is in depth. I don't even know. There's no way I'm finishing a rip Byson today. Oh. Actually, that's pretty good. Some of these are named after people. Wow. Maybe that's more Rip's beard. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's call that Rip. That's definitely looking like Rip's head. That looks like Rip. Alright, so that's the head. Gotta get into the rest of them now. We have a lot to choose from here. The man's got a big chest. You can't sell him short. He's got a big chest. Let's see. Let's go with that. And then for layer, they gotta have some like chest hair, right? Because he's a hairy dude. That's looking like the one. Yeah, that's what we're after. All right, cool. Chest is done. Now we're cruising. It took me a little while to see kind of what was in here and what was available. Wow, so much to learn here. This is exciting. I really can't stress enough that I don't really play video games very often. So this is all pretty exciting to me. Let's see here. Yeah, some of these I'm like, yeah, that looks like Rip, but I guess, yeah, he's kind of got that whole like one thickness here, and then it remains that way for the rest of his entire self. Okay, I like this. But I think it has to be darker. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's see. Now we got to get, he has sort of the Dean Malenko design on his, and I know they're going to have it in the game. It's just a matter of finding it. This actually probably isn't too far. I guess I need to do, makes sense. Tights. Let's do this. Bring it down to here. Alright, let's go ahead and make this like a silver. Now let's find the design that's right. Now that's close. That's close. Those are both close, but they're not quite at. Oh, now that and that might actually do it. Yeah. Actually think. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna find that zigzag. I'm gonna double up the designs. So I think this will look pretty good. Yeah, that's looking like Rip Byson. God, he looks like a caveman, which means I'm nailing it because that's exactly how he looks in real life. So feel good about that. All right, we're gonna call that his waist. Upper arm, I don't think he really needs a lot of adjustment there. Forearm we got to take care of because his wristbands don't match necessarily. He does them a little different on each arm. So I got to see if there's a way to do that. There might not be. I might have to just say, you know, whatever's closest. Yeah, maybe that's gonna have to do for now. But when it comes time on his hand, it's definitely gonna need, although he usually only does it on one hand, he does some sort of tape and stuff. I might have to look up if there's a way to do it with just one hand. Because I'm certain that there is. There has to be, right? All right. Thigh looks right. Although I bet that's where they hide putting on a knee pad, right? At least the top part of a knee pad. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so he doesn't need anything there. Calf, this is where we're gonna run into changing some things because he has some fancy boots and they do not look like these look. Alright, let's find him some knee pads. Yeah, that kind of looks like his knee pads. Although they definitely need to be black. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good. Alright, we just gotta get in and we gotta alter up these boots a bit here. Let's see. Do they have anything here that looks like a fancy cow boot? I know that's like kind of a lot to ask. I need to make these white so I can see what it's doing. It's Kojima pattern. Okay. I don't really see anything changing. Okay, that makes sense there. This and I need to make white. Boy, you know, this really does take me back to, oh yeah, that's what he probably needs, is more like that. Yeah, that's the one. Alright, so we gotta change that next, but for now, okay, some designs. Oh man, some of this stuff is sick, man. Like super cool. Those flames are close. Oh, they have socks. That's cool. All right. Let's go ahead and let's bring them down to nothing here. let's come in here. Let's tell them we want like that. Just gonna wait and add his knee pad at the end. For now, let's look for design that works over that to look like Rip's cow boots, which are a very specific design. It's a real specific look. I'm not sure we're gonna find it in here. It's maybe one of those things where while we're in Japan, I insist to Rip that he just make it himself. And I mean, honestly, it's pretty much 50-50 if he actually does that. He can be very stubborn. Oh, that's pretty close. Put that on there. Is that the Taguchi pattern? What else we got like that? Anything else? No, that's not going to be it. I might just put laces on past that and see how that does. That's too much. That actually might kind of do it. Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. Yeah, I think we're gonna call that pretty darn close. You know what? I gotta put his knee pads back on. That's looking good. All right. Okay, that's fine. This could be fine, but I feel like if it was a white, it's closer. That's actually, yeah, we're getting somewhere now. Let's see about this, if there's a funkier design. It's too obviously A6. If I add something over the top of that. Those or that. It's probably not actually that bad. Yeah, give him some claws. That's what Rip Byson needs. Sharp, pointy things. Yeah, I think the answer is to just put like, yeah, boy, some of these are really hard calls. I forgot that creating guys is like a very intense thing because you want to get it all just right. Especially if you're making someone you know. Alright, I'm going to go with those. I'm going to call that pretty darn close. I gotta make, yeah, I guess he's matching pretty good there. Alright. Let's go back up here. This calf, yeah, I gotta make this match the rest. There we go. Okay. Now we can get into some size stuff and see. Because Rip does have a big face, so we can stretch that out a little. Rip has a big everything. Like, his chest is big, his face is big, his arms are big. It's just a big damn dude, you know? A lot of work to spend time around him. He's just gigantic. Yeah, we're going to have to make the upper arms a bit bigger. That's good. His forearms are gigantic, too. Oddly enough, not big hands. So I'm going to leave that. Dude's got thick damn thighs, though. Thighs for days. Calves can be a little bigger, but they don't need to be that big. They're underneath boots. And somehow his feet seem right already. Okay. So there's our Rip Byson. I already don't like his stance. Yeah, I'm going to have to change that. Stance. Yeah, that might actually be pretty good. Let's say that that's it and see. Yeah, that's Rip Byson. Ah, I'm so psyched with this. This is coming out great. Old Ripper. Old Uncle Ripper. Now, obviously, we're going to have to fix his finishing moves and a few other things here. I guess, is E the best? I don't know what's good or bad, so I'm just going to leave it. Fighting style. Is there a... Is there an option here for Carney Brawler? Fighter Vicious. Huh. They have one just for me. Giant and vicious. They've described me all at once. Yeah, Uncle Ripper's looking great. He's coming right along. Wait, Useless Dave. Is that... You're not the same Dave as Monster Truck Nerd Dave. Are there two Daves watching my stream right now? Let's see, yeah, I guess his fight style would probably be power. But his return style... Not everyone would get this, but I definitely see his return style as being that of a kind of a grappler. And actually, I think there was one here that was... Yeah, I'm gonna say his fight style is fighter. He just likes to swing. That is wild that there are two Daves in here watching the stream. Yeah, you're gonna get your dad in here to make it 3. Monster Truck Dave knows this already. My shoot name is Dave. So, and I'm also Dave the Second. My dad is also a Dave. These are the Daves I know. Alright, critical ability, finisher, absolutely. Special skills, stardom, quick return, overturn. You know what, I'm going to leave a lot of these for now. Just because it's been a very long time since I've messed with a lot of these points. See, neck and dirt. Yeah, all of this I think is pretty good for now. But now we're going to get into the parameters. I'm also going to leave because, boy, that can be really intense to dive into. There's a lot to think about there. I do want to get into a little bit of his move set though. Boy, knife edge chop. They knew right where to start. They absolutely get it. Oh, I can add voices to all of these. I mean, anyone who's watched Rip wrestle. Oh, you're. There is the third Dave watching. Wrestling Pops. Anyone who's watched Rip wrestle knows that basically everything he does, he shouts. So I kind of feel like I should add voices to everything he does. But I really believe that's going to get old when I go to watch the game. Alright, let's, this is okay. So, if you never played Fire Pro Returns, when you would go to look for moves at a certain level, it was just all the moves that qualified there. So, for a small strike or a small lockup or whatever, it would go by very quickly, and everyone would be there. Everything that qualified for that level of strike would be there, and you could scroll forever, and it was so annoying. But to see what I'm seeing right now, where I can go to just the punches, just the chops, just the elbows, just the palm strikes, just the kicks, this is blowing my mind. The number of hours that I wasted circa 2007, 2008, trying to get all the right moves. This is so much better. All right, let's see. Is this? Yeah, he definitely does that. The old overhand chop. Yeah, the one that called you vicious and delicious on my son's Twitter. Yeah, that sounds right. I actually there was a time, wow, a very, very long time ago when I was brand new, showed up to a show and they told me at the very last moment, right before going through the curtain, hey, we need you to be a good guy on this show. Can you use a name different than Perry Von Vicious? Which was fine to me. I was so new. I was like maybe a year in, and I couldn't think of a name. And I told the guy, my tights say Vicious on them. What do you want me to do here? And he said, well, think of something. Your opponent's getting in the ring now, so we're about to hit some music for you. I didn't know what music he was going to play or anything. And so I said, I don't know, Vicious. And the first name that came to me was my brother's name, Andy. So I went Vicious, Andy, Licious. So for 2 matches, right around 2000, early 2008, I was Vicious Andy Licious. Not my favorite name of all time, but still pretty. Ooh, yeah, fierce knife edge chop, boy. If anything's ever sounded like Iron Rip Byson, it is fierce knife edge chop. All right, let's see. I mean, I'm tempted to just give him all chops, but I know that, he throws some forearms, he throws some lariats. You want to be able to switch it up a little bit. Let me see what the rest is. He doesn't do any spinning ones. He doesn't really throw that one. We already gave him that one. All right. So let's find some of these elbows. Yeah, he throws a good forearm. Gets it. He is known to throw a drop kick once in a great while, but you don't see him all that often. And I'll say, all of you are very fortunate. You've never been in the ring with Iron Rip Byson. I can tell you, having wrestled him, I couldn't tell you the exact number, but it's over 30 times where I've been an opponent of his in some form or another. It's an undertaking. It is a lot. It's a lot to deal with. He is rough in that ring, and the people love him for it. So it's hard to fault him for it. All right, this is looking pretty good here. We're making some progress. Well, fortunately, we're not in Japan just yet, so you got a little time left with us. We'll both be. We have a lot of shows coming up. In June, we're wrestling at Fenway Park. We're wrestling in Worcester at a hot dog eating contest for Wrestling Open, of all things. Let's see, in July, we'll be at the Blitzkrieg Luau. We'll be at Pro Wrestling Grind, has, of course, their big July show, where I'm one of the 4 number 1 contenders to compete for the Grind Grand Championship. Very much looking forward to seeing that. Let's see. Gosh, we just agreed to a secret show that'll be happening in Brooklyn. We're not allowed to announce it, so that'll be sort of a surprise event in July. The other shows, Let's Wrestle. There's definitely going to be some that we'll be there for. Luau is our first one this year. Hey, all right. Well, I mean, that's a good one too. July is a month of championship opportunities for me. I'm number 1 contender to the Grind Grand Championship, along with Delmi Exo, Mike Skyros, and Travis Huckabee. We'll be competing in a 4-way at Pro Wrestling Grind to determine a new champion. And then over at Blitzkrieg, Rip Byson and myself, Mad, Mutually Assured Destruction, we are the number 1 contenders to the Tag Team Championships. and we intend to throw 35 millimeter magic around recklessly and take those championships. Going to bring them to Japan, turn them into world championships. Why not, right? All right, so this is running. So I mean, if Rip's running, you know, I would say lariat, but you know what he also loves? He loves that that sort of Vader splash. Let's see if we can't. Could be anywhere in these. I wonder what they would even call it. They love to call things all kinds of different names. There's a running spine buster? Yeah, show me what that is. Ah, that's not what I'm after. Come on. I don't think it'll be any of those. Not a punch. Blazing chop. Goodness. You've seen me and Rip. The monster truck nerd Dave has seen me and Rip wrestle 14 times this year. That's crazy. That is most of the times. Well, yeah, I guess it's been a busy year, so there's a bunch outside of that. But yeah, it's been a busy and exciting year. Grind is down the street from us. We're in Feeding Hills, close to Westfield. Got to beat 35 millimeter. You're telling me and Rip are standing at the merch table. We're excited for the opportunity to wrestle Miracle Generation, and then we watch 35 millimeter steal the championships. I mean, we're excited to beat up 35 millimeter, but we were excited to get in with with Miracle Gen and really show that we can hang. We've only wrestled them once before. It was at Wrestling Open. It was a fairly short match, so you know, we were kind of looking forward to doing a bit more. Let's see. I know it's got to just be thrilling to watch me just scroll through names of random moves, but I'm insisting that the move I'm looking for has to be here. Rear blow to head. How do you do that running at someone? Yeah, you know what? Show me. Oh, that's not really a blow to the head. That's a big, scary lucha move. Wheelbarrow Bulldog, Kataro. Yeah, wow. DDT. Oh, okay, there's more down here. Leg lock pin, body blow. It's got to be in here. Wait, is that it? Yeah, the body splash. Or flying. Nope, it's definitely this one. That's a ripper move. I mean, I do it too. So, you know, hard for me. I'm certainly not going to pick on him for it. All right. Running lariat. Show me that animation again. Oh, he's got a better lariat than that. Come on. Oof. Yeah, that looks violent. Yeah, a lot of follow through there. Original lariat. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's the one. That is swinging for the fences. That's like old Uncle Stan. Uncle Stan Hansen. All right. And a counter. Back elbow? Or is he going to be more fancy than that? Yeah, if they're running at him, he's probably doing some kind of. Oh, he does love a spine buster. It's hard to pick which spine buster for him because lately he's been throwing the Arn Anderson spinning like this. But boy, this one, the Farouk. He used to throw that all the time. I took my fair share of those from Rip Byson. I'm assuming the spine bomb is the sit out. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna give him the turning one. That's sort of what he's been doing lately. And these are more. So these are all the moves you do when someone's running at you, and you grab them. Let's see. So we gave him a spine buster, pounding body. That's got to be just power slams. I see power slams in there. He does love a good power slam. Now that's a little more me. He doesn't do gorilla presses. I'm the one more likely to throw those. Oh, what was that one? Maybe. Also, I think that's probably the one. Yeah, he and I both love a good Road Warrior power slam. You know, when you watch either of us wrestle, whether it's singles or tag matches, you can really get a good read on the wrestlers that we really enjoy watching because that's who we draw the most influence from. So, anything Road Warriors, for me, there's a lot of Psycho Sid, Dr. Death. When you watch Rip, just looking at him, you get Bruiser Brody. Once he gets rocking and rolling, though, to me, he is the combination of Kenta Kobashi with his striking and his chops and match structure and a lot of the big, strong lift moves that he does, with Cactus Jack, because he hurls himself recklessly and doesn't think twice about it. And he would tell you those are definitely I believe Kenta Kobashi is his favorite wrestler, and I know Cactus Jack McFoley is the reason that he decided to be a wrestler. So I don't think he would be too upset with me answering with those. All right, we're continuing. These are big counter moves. All right, what are we doing for a big counter? What's going to be his big? Let's see. He does throw a flying head scissors once in a while, but that doesn't feel like what he's going to do here. Let's take a look at these again and see what's in here. Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to give him the other power slam there. Post big. So this, I believe, is the moves he would do to someone who is in the corner. Lariat, palm. So this will definitely be a spot for if they have that body splash. Yeah, because that is a move that he definitely does. Definitely does in the corner. Double teams. Now we're getting into the stuff that I know, because that's usually me and him. I'm guessing these are meant to be... Yeah, okay, I see. Still going to stick with that body splash. That just feels very Rip Byson. I'm definitely closing in on the end of the stream here. I like to go about an hour and then kind of get on with my night, but yeah, I'm gonna fill out a few more moves for old Ripper here, and then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see. I just want to see all what's on here, because there's definitely, like, for his special move, he's got a few different things that could be the answer. Boy. Yeah, once you really get to see him move here on the side, previewing these, is really when it starts to feel like Rip. Wow. And I'm, this is a first time playing the game, first time making someone on here. I'm very happy with how he came out, because, it's when you're creating someone who actually exists, it can be a little bit nuanced. It can be a little bit difficult to really get it just right. Wow, even that feels like Rip. Yeah, what are his taunts? That's and his entrance. That's what I need. We need to get old Ripper's entrance just right, because I think that's going to be the last thing we do here. Now, something interesting I've been thinking about is you can import MP3s into the game for their entrances, and obviously, Rip coming out to "I Hate Myself for Loving You" by Joan Jett is, at this point, it's iconic, especially in New England indie wrestling. It's very, and when we team together, that's also what we come out to. That is definitely a must do. But if I play that audio on the streams, I'm gonna get a copyright strike. So instead, I did find someone who has uploaded to YouTube some chiptune. If you're not familiar with chiptune, it's basically like 8-bit, 16-bit, very Nintendo sounding music. Someone has done a bunch of chiptune covers of songs, and they definitely have Joan Jett. They also have Less Than Jake, I Come Out to Automatic, and those are not covered by copyright. Those are open domain, open source, royalty free, whatever term you want to use for that. So I'm kind of thinking I might download those and then put those into the game, because it'll even feel right? I mean, look at this guy up here. Look at him. Like that guy coming out to a little "Hate Myself for Loving You," but it's all Mario, Nintendo. Like that feels right. Boy, you know, I guess the single arm spinning is something Rip does, although usually it's when he's got a big strap or a chain in his hand. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that might be it. That might be a little flex and raise the arm in the air ready to chop someone. Yeah, gosh, I need to pay more attention to his entrance. You'd think I would know. I'm tagging with the guy for, wow, like 5 years now. That's a fun story. If anyone's seen us tag together, we started tagging together because we were tired of fighting each other, and we had been in matches against each other so much that we were kind of like, people are just gonna keep doing this. We need something different. All right, so there's gonna be somewhere in here. Yeah, that feels a bit like Rip. Let's see. Oh, backflip. Backflip muscle. We call that the Juji Mufu. That's got to be what that's based on, right? If people don't know who Juji Mufu is, you got to look him up on YouTube. Guy's a hoot. He's a bodybuilder, power lifter, and an acrobat. Guy's a nutcase. All right, yeah, I'll give that to Rip. What is the wrist check? Because I know he does that a bit. Yeah, I'll give him one of those. We're gonna give him one more, and then we're gonna see his entrance one time, because that feels like something that's right. I think in future ones, he definitely does the bang bang. Yeah, he does it before he does the cactus elbow or the ripper elbow. Oh, the hip swivel. Oh man, you're kind of right. Yeah. This might take a little looking around. What is wow? Maybe that's it. That's just what the people say when he does it. Chest out feels a bit like him. These are a little more like me. I'm when it comes time to flex at the audience, I'm a little goofier like this. Belly drum play. He definitely, okay. I'm giving him that, and I'm going to go replace one of the other ones with the hip swivel, because that belly drum play, he's doing that. I saw that before his match with Delmy on Friday. He's standing in the corner, and when they announce weighing in at 235 pounds, he starts patting his belly. I was dying. All right, let's replace the wrist check. That's not anything all that exciting. Let's see, fighting guts pose. Oh wow, okay. Bang, arm crossed. Somewhere in here, I'm not gonna bail out until I find it. That hip swivel is in here. Hip dance. I mean, that's kind of it, right? All right, I'm gonna remember that for a sec, and come back to it, because that's yeah. I guess you're right. You're right. I'm gonna give him that one. The best part is he is definitely not watching now, and he will not watch this when it gets posted. So yeah, I may have to clip this part and throw it up on socials. Otherwise, he'll never see it. All right, let's go ahead and let's save Uncle Ripper. Oh man, I need to. I mean, yeah, he's Rip, but he's not in any of these. Where do I put him? I guess for now I'm just gonna put him in the generic babyface section, and I'll add him. I'll create a new. I guess I'm gonna have to make a whole section for Pro Wrestling Grind, huh? I'm sure people would hate that. People would hate that if it was up, shared in the community, and they could download it for this game. I'm sure that would be heartbreaking. All right, let's Let's put old Ripper in a match. I only gave him a handful of moves. Didn't set him up with a finish. But he's got an entrance. And don't worry, someday I will make myself as well. But, you know, got to prioritize. All right. Where is Ripper? There he is. It shouldn't crack me up like it does, because I've been making him for the last hour and 10 minutes, but it's funny to me. Alright, and let's give him his dream match. You know, he's I believe for active pro wrestlers this is his #1 dream match. But he's getting special. He's getting no, I'll give him classic Suzuki. I was going to give him special event Suzuki, but he can have classic Suzuki. Non-title match. Maybe we can put him in the... What's the other ring? Let's put him in the grind ring. Yeah. And let's check out... We were at the Garden before. Let's try the... obviously what's supposed to be the Kurikan Hall. With a funny fake name. Give him his least favorite referee of all time. And let's... Alright. Let's do this. No entrances. Guys. Okay, hang on. Hang on. We're fixing this right now. Why on earth would there not be entrances? Is it because of the hall that I chose? Maybe. Now. Yeah. Oh man, this is unreal. Where was his... He didn't do his taunt. He just stood there. Well, either way, he made it. He's here. Ripper's in the house. Yeah, we're going to have to work on that entrance and, I mean, a bunch of stuff. I think continued work on Rip is going to be on here for a while. And, yeah, Suzuki coming out. I mean, I didn't set any of Rip's stuff, so my money is definitely on Suzuki in this one. And if I'm totally honest, in real life, my money would be on Suzuki. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do a little bit of fine tuning on old Ripper, but this is not bad. It's got some weird... I don't know what the hell is on his head. Come on, Rip. Get in there. Chop him. Oh, no. Oh, God. Yeah, you don't want that, Rip. You're not flexible enough for that. Boy, gotta tell you, Rip is really getting his butt handed to him here. Kind of hoping Suzuki... Oh, come on. Chop him, Rip. He was trying. He was swinging for it. I thought it was happening. Ooh, Suzuki trying to shoot in on him. Yeah. Nice forearm shot. Oh, a big carny punch. I don't remember giving Rip an overhand punch, but that's fine. You know, it's funny. I would say, wow, Rip looks really gigantic, but the truth is, Rip actually is pretty big, you know. To me, he just seems thick because I'm taller than he is, but I forget that he towers over a lot of the wrestlers that we know and we compete with. You know, he's a big damn dude. It's going to be interesting in Japan, man. We're going to go over there like two giants and either get our butts handed to us because we're big and we get tired easy, or we're gonna run roughshod over everyone because we're huge. Oh, the PK. You don't want that, Ripper. But yeah, my first video game cast, and old Ripper got into a strike exchange with Suzuki. The man is he's a daring gentleman. It's going to be his new gimmick name, the Daring Gentleman Rip Byson. Another PK. Oh. You know, that's... Wow. Wow. The grappling and reversals in this game are incredible. You know, this is one of the interesting things is when you when you don't put all your time into hyper realistic graphics and instead you focus on gameplay and logic and customization. I think the game ends up being a little bit more what I would be into. My wife has told me that for that very reason I would probably very much enjoy Animal Crossing. I who knows, maybe one day, maybe I'll give it a shot at some point, but oh wow, Suzuki really sinking in that headlock. And of course Rip countering with the power move. This is kind of the beauty of this game is even without adjusting Rip's logic a whole lot, this is kind of playing out exactly how I thought it would play out. Like if you booked this match in real life, I would I went for that splash. No. Oh, and it's a cross arm breaker. You got to do what I did to A-Game when he got that on me. You got to just overpower him, pick him up, and give him a buckle bomb. Deadlift buckle bomb. It's the only way out. Wow. Suzuki is relentless with these submissions, which, is very much the way he wrestles in real life. And of course, the striking game is, unparalleled. Suzuki has maybe my favorite forearm shiv in all of wrestling. Flying cross arm breaker. Come on, he's in the ropes. No wonder Rip doesn't like red shoes. He's in the ropes, man. Come on. Get out of here. Are you kidding me? See, Rip's getting him away from the ropes. He's not a rule breaker. Yeah, this is making me appreciate a few things about Rip. The fact that watching this character move around the ring really does feel like what Rip Byson looks like and how he moves. And then you look at that character, he looks like a superhero or something. He's just an unreal physique. And as someone who's like a friend of mine that I see all the time, I don't think about that with Rip. But man, the shape he's gotten in is insane, and the fact that this character really reads as Rip, I think, is a reflection of that. Ooh, Suzuki with that quick evasion. Yep, and of course, Rip coming back with the power move. Yeah, this is exactly how I think Rip would play this match. Although, in real life, Rip is quite a grappler. Oh, big lariat. There you go. Yeah, Rip has quite the grappling background that people might not guess, because he's such a brawler. He's like such a smash mouth, in your face brawler. But he comes from a really strong amateur background. So I think if he were to wrestle Suzuki in real life, he'd probably mix a little of that in there. He'd want to scrap a little bit. Uh-oh. Oh, quick evasion and a reversal. Not out of the way of that headbutt, though. There you go. Yeah, I expected this to be a lot more one-sided, but Rip's putting up a good fight. Oh, the strong style strike exchange. Oh, Rip powering up. Yeah, I told you he's known for he throws a drop kick once in a while, and just like me, when a big boy throws a damn drop kick, you feel it. That was awesome. I love the way the strike exchanges in this play like they do in real matches. All right. Okay. Yeah, Rip's blown up. Ooh, that's not where you want to be, Rip. That might be it. It might be curtains for Rip Byson. Yep, lacy, gently wafting curtains. All right, I'm going to call this stream a massive success. This was a lot of fun. I'm very happy with how my sort of rough draft of Rip Byson has come out here. If you enjoyed it, give me a like, a follow, a share, leave a comment, tell your friends, tune in every Tuesday at 9 p.m. And go follow me on the socials. I'm at Perry Von Vicious everywhere. And be sure to follow at Grind Puro, at Blitzkrieg Pro, at Let's Wrestle, at LW Main. These are promotions that I work with all the time. I'll be heading to Japan in September and be able to reveal where I'm working there. That's going to be very exciting. Like, share, subscribe, comment, say your prayers, take your vitamins, and I will see you all next week. Thank you for attending. Yeah, follow at Dave's Wrestling. He is also the Monster Truck Nerd. Hooked up me and Rip Byson with some awesome Monster Truck memorabilia this last week. I'll be talking about that soon. I'm gonna have a post coming on Instagram. I'm gonna have a moment in the vlog where we talk about it. But yeah, go give at Dave's_Wrestling a follow. He's a good dude and a strong supporter of mutually assured destruction. All right, thank you for tuning in. I will see you all next week.